this a while ago. See, me and him never was really all that close. I guess because I never was really all that cute, but Tolanda, well, she was more. We've been friends 60 years now, and I won't try to explain her kind of special, but that's what I called her, more. Because she was more than a Bedouin thought there was something around here. Only thing, she thought being more meant she had to put up with bottom. So quite natural, like she married the biggest donkey she could find, who mixed up real life with madness on the daily. So I guess on the other side of things, he was more too. But he was the most. Yeah, I did everything I could to stop that wedding, because I just knew. See, a monkey knew. Yeah, I was one player-hating, cock-blocking, jealous at the same time, protecting best friend. And I know what you're thinking. Then hear another story about another brother done another sister wrong, but not this time. Not from me. Yeah, he had everything to do with the technical parts of her death, but she did it to herself. May as well go and call a lie, and let the living live, what I always say. And I told her time and time, Tolanda, a woman's got to love herself enough to love herself all by herself if she got to. You got to go because you's a dead woman in this house. But every time I tell her, she just look at me cross and tell me shame on me for not showing family respect. See, I never did tell nobody but Tolanda, but me and him is first cousins on my daddy's side. But that don't never no mind to me. See, woman is thicker than blood. Always has been. Besides, Tolanda was my very good friend. Now, I need y'all to excuse me, but I had to tell y'all that before I could begin this story right. See, I saw her blood all over me before he even shot her. For years, she put up with senseless beatings and name-callings, some stabbings and gamblings, and cheatings was a given because it was the time we lived in. Time we living in now, so quite right, he was alive too. And to this day, I'll never know why he bothered with that, because the truth was right there in his drawers, and she washed them out every night for 49 years. But habit is habit, I guess. See, I was sitting right there where you are, and he was over there about 10 feet from us, and Tolanda was standing above me to my left. Of course, the room was facing a different way. She and I had been in the house alone at first. She was still prancing around in the dress she bought that day, and I didn't too much care for it, but I was glad to see her proud with her head up finally, with some strength about herself. Tolanda was a tall woman, about 5'9", thin too, about 125, cute little shape though, little old waist and okay breasts and hips for a woman our age. Of course, she never did have no kids she was allowed to keep. Now, the dress was red. Not really blood red, but I bet it used to be when it was new. In good shape, though. It had small blue and yellow flowers or something all over it. A long dress with red buttons going all the way down, except the one at the waist didn't quite match. Not by design, though, like somebody did the best they could to replace it before they passed it on. It had short sleeves, a swoop neck collar, and an elastic band on the back, and it was rayon. Yes, indeed, she was somebody new in that dress. Somebody I didn't even know, and I'd known her a long time. Now, she bought the dress from a second-hand store, and I like to believe that the woman who owned it first was some kind of kin to her and was sending her some kind of message right through the dress. Me, I was just sitting there drinking wine. See, I keeps me a shoat dog in my purse, you know. Then he comes in pushing right past us like he high off or something, walks straight to the room mumbling something loud I don't even know. Now, the woman I used to know would be shaking in her slippers right now, but this new Tolanda with the dress didn't pay him a bit of mind. And I told you I had a little ripple in me, so I starts laughing at her. And what I do that for? And I sure wish she'd left him like I told her, like she knew she wanted to, just scared as all. Now, once I even offered her $5,000 of my own funeral money, because I will have me a very nice funeral, you know, with a fine cherry wood casket and plenty of expensive wine to go around, you know. I offered her the money to just go somewhere far away, somewhere and have a better life for the both of us, and I sure wish she took it. Well, he came home marching in the room with all his man on and goes over and slaps Tolanda in the face, and real hard, too. And I told you that Tolanda was my very good friend, but I spent almost my whole life in the middle of her and him. And you can't see it, but right here under my right breast, well, he cut me once trying to kill her. And for a while, I thought I'd done something honorable, like But ain't no honor in risking your own life for a woman looking to get on the death train anyway. Leastways ain't looking to stop her from coming, and I got kids too, I told her after that was the last time, and like my daddy says, I keeps my word like I keeps my money, and I kept right on laughing too. And he slapped her again. And this time he looked at me like I'm the one crazy. Like I'm the one spent my life up under somebody calling me ugly and do me wrong. Come to think of it, I kind of got mad at her for looking at me. And I started to get up and get in both their faces, but I didn't. I sat right on down there and I didn't say a word. And you would think that would be enough. But then from nowhere, he's holding a gun to her head and looking straight at me and says, "Laugh again and I'll kill your friend." And dancing with it too, like it's some kind of jump rope song. And I just didn't know which to do. Until I looked at Tolanda in that dress. And I thought about the woman who was maybe her great-grandmother, who maybe used to own the dress, holding her real strong and real proud. And I thought, now one day he is going to die. And it will sure be nice if he meets her in that other world while she is wearing that dress, so she could whoop his tail good. And then I looks up at him and I laughs the meanest, cold-bloodedest laugh I could muster. I laughed for what she was going to do to him one day. And if she was going to die, because everybody is, then she was going to die in that dress. And I would see to it. Like I already told you, Tolanda was my good friend. And so I laughed and I laughed. I laughed right through the gunshot, and I laughed while she fell slow on my lap. And I didn't stop laughing. I laughed when he dropped the gun, and I laughed when he walked out the house. And I carried her bloody body to my car and drove her to my house and buried her in my own backyard. And every year on September the 23rd, I sit on his porch with a candle all lit up. And every year when his new wife asks what I'm doing, I looks up at the sky and says sadly and happy at the same time, well, I'm laughing.